We've looked at the video showing the Mac Finder and how to navigate in the Mac Finder, and later videos are going to focus on Google Workspace. So I thought we could do an in-between video where we look at the Mac Mail app and use that for navigation for a Gmail account and navigation inside the Mail app on Apple devices is going to be the same whether it's a Microsoft account or a Gmail account or whatever. And then we'll look at that same email account in the browser using Gmail that way. Both ways are definitely accessible, but you'll need to use different strategies, different keyboard commands, and different concepts to use them. So let's just take a second to look at the Mail app first. I'm going to Command F5 to turn on VoiceOver.
VoiceOver on Finder.
All right, I'm going to come Caps Lock D to access the dock, and then I'm going to arrow to the Mail app.
Dock, Finder, Launchpad, Safari, Messages, Mail, 5 of 17, Finder, Mail, sent 10 sent.
Okay, it opens up in the side panel or navigation pane on the left. Just like in all the other apps, the toolbars are available at top at the menu toolbar, and you also have in Mail 3 different regions on your screen. You have that navigation pane on the left, you have your list of emails in the middle, and then on the right you have your string of emails. And you can change the way this is set up on your screen, but this is just the default setting, so I figured we would stick with where we are. Right now the focus on my mailbox is in the sent folder, and I want to go ahead and change that to the inbox folder. We're focused on the navigation pane, but first we need to interact before we can move. So think in your brain, what was our interact command? Hopefully you thought caps lock shift and down arrow, so I'm going to press that.
In mailboxes, table, sent. Sent.
And now we'll arrow up. I know the inbox is at the top. Actually, instead of that, let's press an I and go to the inbox.
Important. You are inbox. You are currently on a cell, inside of a table.
So let's talk about what happened there. The way that the Mail app organizes things is you can have multiple email addresses in the same Mail app. So the inbox at the top is a favorite. It has a list of favorites, and then it has your smart mailboxes. Just like in Finder, it has smart folders in your Mail app, and then below that you can get into your actual email account. So I have my TVI Accessibility Test Gmail account connected on the Mac right now. If I also had my personal email account or my work email accounts on here, they would be on this list as well, and I could access the email addresses independently or all at once. So pressing I did eventually get me to the correct inbox, and now it's focused on the inbox and opened the inbox in that middle panel. Now I need to stop interacting with the side panel and get into that main region. So I'm going to, in your brain think, I'm going to press caps lock shift up arrow to stop
out of mailboxes, table.
And now, how will I navigate over to that other panel? I'm going to use caps lock right arrow. I'll go past this middle spacer bar and then into the emails.
Vertical splitter, messages, table, no selection.
So I'm in the messages now. In order to find an email, I need to caps lock shift down arrow to interact, and I'm just going to go open one of the emails that I've been sending back and forth to myself in the process of making these videos. So caps lock shift down arrow.
In messages, tape, Google, security alert, Amanda Thompson, Microsoft document, 2 message conversation, collapsed. Test the Google team, testing, Google, security alert, Amanda Thompson, good morning, 7/1/21, attachment, can you send me a list of, replied.
All right, so I get to hear, if I stayed listening, I could hear the actual email, and I could hear that I replied to it, so then I would know without having to go into the email if I've already addressed this issue. Once I'm done interacting, if I want to go read the whole string of emails, I can stop interacting with caps lock shift up arrow and then caps lock right arrow to get into the email thread. So let's go ahead and do that.
Out of messages, table, vertical splitter, message content, scroll area.
So I did the caps lock shift up arrow, to stop interacting, and then caps lock right arrow until I got into the emails. And now I'm going to do caps lock right arrow as we move through the email. I got to interact again. So I'm going to do caps lock shift down arrow.
In message content, scroll area. My students are A, C, B, D, E, F, and G, H. Did you receive my email? You are currently on a group. Inside of a scroll.
What I really like about this is it didn't read the rest of the email. If I had expanded this in Gmail, you would have the option to go through probably and listen to all the information from the string going from the newest email back, and every time you switch to a new string you would hear all of that same information. So I think that's really cool. You can also use your caps lock M to go up to the
Menu bar, Apple. You are currently on a menu bar item.
And I'm gonna caps lock right arrow to move through.
Mail. You are currently on a menu bar item. Menu. 9 item. About mail. You are currently on a menu item. File. Menu 13 items. New message command. N. You are currently on.
So if I wanted to create a new message, instead of coming up to file, I could hit the command N key. I could open a new viewer window with the option command N key. You can open messages instead of using that message panel on the right. You can close emails. You can save them as files on your computer. You can import emails from your phone if you have an iPhone and it's connected, which is really cool. You can print directly from here.
Edit. Menu 20 items.
You can go through and delete your emails. You can do your spelling and grammar checks and that sort of thing. You can also dictate from here or insert your emojis.
View. Menu 20.
You can change your view. You can show the to NCC label. You can show the contact's photo. You can change the way that conversations are organized. You can access keyboard commands if you can't remember. So for example, if you wanted to BCC somebody and that's not something you do very often, you could come into the view and you could see that it is option command B to BCC.
Mailbox. Menu 18 items.
Then I have all of your mailbox options in here.
Message. Menu.
You have your message options. If you can't remember how to reply all, you could come down here and see that reply all is Shift Command R, or you could change your priority. You could mark something as unread. You can archive it, move it, all of those wonderful things.
Format. Menu 8 item.
The Mail app is really cool. You have different colors that you can change things to. You also have your email formatting options for lists, style, and alignments.
Window. Menu 15.
You can choose to reorganize your window, make it smaller, make it larger, tile it on the screen. All of these things are in the window option, and then you have help. You also have the option in the window toolbar to go through and check or uncheck email accounts. So had I connected a personal email that I didn't want you guys to see in this video, I could have unchecked it from this window box before starting the video, and you would not have been able to see any of those emails. So those are all some really cool things that you can do inside of Mail, the Mail app.
Closing menu. Did you receive my email?
I'm going to, instead of going through and, well, let's go ahead. We'll do a new one. We'll do Command N to make a new email.
New message. Now in new message. When
I'm going to show you how to do this in Gmail as well. So we'll just quickly type out an email account.
TVA dot act selection replaced. Embedded.
I'm just going to send this to myself.
2. C subject. APPY happy. FRIDAY. Friday. You are happy.
And if I wanted to read it, so I moved Command up arrow to go to the beginning, and then caps lock A will read it.
Happy Friday.
And I like my subject, so I'm going to move into the document and I'll quickly type something here.
Entering edit text. Edit text. Weekend. Question. New line. B space apostrophe S nephews miss space space cake new N space comps UN space new A. Amanda.
I'm going to command option right here. Oops, sorry. Command control command shift.
Amanda selected. What are you going to do this weekend? We are celebrating my nephew's birthday and I need to bake a cake. Have fun. Selected. Amanda.
So
You are currently on.
I I heard a typo. I'm going to go up and find that typo by arrowing up my line.
New line. Have fun. New line. We are celebrating my nephew's birthday, and I need to.
So I heard it. My nephew's is his birthday, so I need to go there.
Cake. We. Cake. Cake. A. Bake.
By the way, I'm using option right and left arrow to move by word.
2. Need. I. And. Birthday. Nephew's.
So it's currently the focus.
Space. Space.
I'm going to arrow now with my right key to get to the extra S.
N. E. P. H. E. W. S.
And I'll hit delete.
S.
And let's go to the top.
What? You are currently on a text element.
That was command up arrow, and now I'm going to caps lock A.
What are you going to do this weekend? We are celebrating my nephew's birthday, and I need to bake a cake. Have fun, Amanda. You are currently on a text element.
I really like when you're reading everything using VoiceOver that it does a little clunk sound when you move to a new line or a new paragraph. Not to a new line, but as a new chunk of text. So in this case, it was a new line, but if it was new paragraphs, you could get that auditory cue that you're going to a new line.
Save.
So I just hit save. I thought that was send. I was wrong here. So now what I'm going to do is go to this menu at the top of my screen.
Have fun. We are set. What are you going to do this weekend?
Okay, I'm at the top.
You are currently on a text element.
Let's go ahead and get out of it.
Out of. What are you going to do this weekend?
So I
Edit
hit
text.
caps lock shift up arrow to get out, and now I should be able to.
Happy Friday. CC. CC. 2. Embedded toolbar. You are currently on a toolbar.
Now I know I'm on the toolbar, so I'm going to caps lock shift down arrow to interact, and then I can get to send.
In toolbar. 8 items. Send. Now in inbox. Did you receive my email?
And so I hit caps lock space to activate the send button, and I've already gotten it in my email. I'm going to command W to close out of email and go down to the dock to open up Safari to check Gmail in the browser.
Close. Doc. Mail. Safari. Mail. Safari. Start page.
It's automatically put me in the address bar.
Gmail. C. Ogle.com. Closing menu. Teal bar. Unread. Me. Inbox. 1.
So what I like about using the browser is if you've got a user who is used to Gmail on a Chromebook or Gmail on a Windows computer, using Gmail in the browser is going to be like second nature to them because you're still going to use those Google commands. You can also use some of those web nav commands that are similar to Chromevox and JAWS, in that we can navigate by form controls, and we can navigate by headings and also by links. So if you could go either way as far as introducing the Mail app first, or Gmail in the browser, or even Microsoft in the browser first if that's what someone's used to, or however you want to do that. But ultimately your students should be able to use every sort of email that's out there, so that when they're moving on into adulthood, whether they're in school or they're working, they can have the skills necessary to do these tasks on their own without having to really rely on VR and other training opportunities. Anyway, that's my soapbox. We are focused in the inbox on an email. So
Google. Unread. Me.
when you first load a page, you have to arrow down and then up to get to that first, to actually be focused on that first email. When you want to open it, you hit enter.
Heading level 2. Happy Friday.
And we can hit caps lock right arrow to navigate by element until we get to the email.
Inbox. Remove label. List 1 item. Heading level July 9th. Not starred. Reply. More. To me. Show detail. What are you going to do this weekend? You are currently on a text element.
If we wanted to read it all from here.
What are you going to do this weekend? We are celebrating my nephew's birthday, and I need to bake a cake. Have fun, Amanda. Link.
So
Reply. Link. Forward. Side panel. Calendar. And
it's reading
tab
everything.
group.
Ah,
Calendar.
stop reading.
Tab. 1 of 5. Keep. Tab. Tasks. Tab. Keep. Calendar. Side panel. End of. Main.
Okay, I had to move the VoiceOver cursor to get it to stop reading because I was going to keep going through the page. Once I found the email, I could continue hitting caps lock right arrow to read by chunk of text, or I could hit caps lock A to read the whole thing. Control was supposed to pause it, but it did not pause it. Caps lock is also supposed to silence, or the VoiceOver modifier key is also supposed to silence, but it didn't. So to problem solve that, I just hit caps lock left arrow to change what VoiceOver was doing and move it backwards to where I want it to be. Once you're in the email, you can press R to reply, or you can get to the button to reply. Now would be a good time to use Caps Lock U and just show you that it does have the reply button on here.
Windows spots menu.
So this opens up your VoiceOver cursor, your VoiceOver router, and it shows you different ways you can navigate on the page. So we have window spots,
Links menu.
links,
Headings menu.
headings,
Form controls menu.
and form controls. Now I know that reply is a button, so it should be on here. I'm going to use R for first letter nav to see if I can find it.
Report spam. Loading more items. Uncheck. No items in.
Oops.
Basic HTML. Report spam. Button. Report spam. Button. Report spam. Reply. Button. One item.
So because of the way I have it set up, if I had used quick nav by using my left and right arrows, I could just press R, 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 R and go through all the R answers. But quick nav was not on, so I realized after I pressed 2 R's that I was not working correctly. I backspaced and just typed REPL until I got to the reply button. Then
Reply.
you
Button.
You hit enter to focus on it, and you can hit enter again to activate.
Message body. Edit text. New line. Insertion of A-A-B-R-R-T-H-D-A. Whopper U-N-T-S-T-T-T-T making ? Form controls menu. No item. Landmarks menu. Window spots menu. Closing. Window. Message body. A birthday insertion.
I went ahead and opened up the VoiceOver router to see if I was able to use text navigation options in here, but I was not able to since I'm in a web page. So I wanted to show you that you can't use the router in that way in Gmail text edit boxes. Instead, we can use the caps lock up arrow, command up arrow,
A.
and then caps lock A to read.
A birthday party sounds wonderful. What type of cake are you making? Show trimmed content. Send. More send. Formatting options. Group. Toggle. Formatting up. More send. Send. Show trimmed. Message body. A birthday party insertion.
That read all thing is pretty fun. It went ahead and kept going throughout the rest of the page. So then I had to caps lock left arrow to go back. I don't usually use the caps lock A to read everything. Instead, I'll just do a command A to highlight, and it does the same thing without moving the VoiceOver cursor forward. Now here we have the option again. Do we use a Google command or do we use a VoiceOver command to send this? We could go to the send button, or we can command enter.
Sending. Message sent. Undo. Mail.
And so I went ahead and pressed command enter to send the email. Now to go back to the inbox, we could find the button for inbox by using form controls, or easy peasy lemon squeezy, we just press G for go and I for inbox.
Unread. Me too.
And boom, there we are. C for compose.
Compose. New inbox.
Escape to get out. All those same good things that are available in any Google Workspace are going to work inside of your Mac device with VoiceOver on. You just need to know how to use your Google Workspace commands and when to use them, and how to use your navigational commands for the operating system and screen reader that you're using as well. So hopefully this was helpful for you to see the differences between the Mail app on a Mac and the Gmail app on a Mac. Microsoft is going to work. Microsoft 365 email is going to work very similarly. I'm not able to show that to you in this video because it has a lot of confidential information in there on my only 365 email, but again, it would work the exact same. I'm going to go ahead and turn VoiceOver off and end this video on Mail.
VoiceOver off.